Well, I was saying, what is up, nerds, gamers, amateurs, movie critics? I'm all those things. That is why you're here watching Brick the Nerd. And today I'm going to try to recap exactly as I said it. We just talked a lot of, I was just trying to say, this was a very interesting episode. So I am streaming live on Instagram as well. So that if people are there, they'll know, I'm streaming over on Twitch. But a lot of people follow me on Instagram, don't really know that I stream weekly, or don't really know what that schedule looks like, or even what the streams look like. So I'm streaming over there as well, just to kind of give the same content there as well, give people understand that we do that. Stormbreaker, I responded partially to that. I will respond fuller later. First, this episode was crazy. I really liked it. It was also a crazy day for the rumor pool, so if you're a part of that, it's pretty very interesting. Tom Helsbrew, I see you over on Instagram. You will be able to actually join, just not through Instagram. If you go to the Discord, I'll be bringing people on to talk about the most recent episode of Falcon Winter Soldier in about 30 minutes. If you haven't watched it, just turn it on and watch it with the stream, and then you'll be able to join by the end of it. I highly recommend it if you have not watched the last episode, because this will be a spoiler discussion also. So caveat to everybody that if you haven't watched the most recent episode of the Falcon Winter Soldier, this is going to be directly related to it. So again, I'm streaming on both, but in about a half hour, once I start bringing people on and I've gone through my spoiler thoughts on it, I'm going to go ahead and transfer to just Twitch. But right now I'm on both. Haven't seen it yet. I was just joking around. No worries, man. And I see we should be readings on your spoilers. I'm out. Listen, you got 45 minutes to go watch this episode, and then come back and you can join us all for the discussion. But yes, this is a spoiler discussion. So let me go ahead and see whoever everyone's in the chat. We got Hellbrews Armageddon, and we should be reading over here. But we also got Mike Porter, AV Wells. What is up, guys? We got Alyssa AJ Rich. Good to see you. Thank you for calling me on the muted thing. I didn't realize that. Mr. Otter, good morning. I see you're in a waiting room. If anyone else wants to hop in the waiting room, I will bring them in about a half hour after I go through my thoughts on it. See ya. Let's see. Burke, fix yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. I know. It's because I haven't had my coffee. Let's see. Mike said no sound as well. A.B. Wells, yeah, you had to transcribe it. Parker, what is up? A.B. Wells Russell, good to see you, man. Stormbreaker, what is up? Mako Shark, greetings. The whole crew is here. So this is I'm just going to say, anytime I see somebody new, caveat, spoiler discussion of this as well. So this is a spoiler Falcon the Winter Soldier discussion. Let's just dive. We're going to dive into my thoughts. And then the way the structure is going to work is basically I'm going to give my thoughts on the episode. Walk you through what happened and what I thought about it, and then I'm gonna give a little bit of I guess that's fair. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I'm trying to figure out. I don't know how to do. I couldn't do that on Instagram. I don't know if there's like something I can put up or not. But I was trying to figure out a way to do that on here as well, so that people are aware. But we'll see. I'll just do it if some people hop into there. But yeah. You know what? Let me edit it so we see. Let me go ahead and do that right now, actually. There we go. So let's get into this conversation because it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just going to give you my thoughts, give you some predictions I have, and then we're going to do the rumor pool that everyone's been a part of. Some of you haven't. Some of you have. A lot of you have. And then anybody that wants to, and I encourage everybody, hop over to the Discord waiting room, hop in there, and then I'm going to bring in anyone that wants to to come in and talk about it. I will be bringing anyone and everyone into it to have a discussion about what you guys thought about it. This is kind of in replacement to the old community discussions we used to have. I kind of want to just bring it onto this format, give everyone kind of also a public platform to say what they think about the episode. If you don't want to do that, that's totally fine, but I definitely encourage you. It's a lot of fun. Definitely come out and we'll be a part of that. Oh, I just let me fix this real quick. All right, there we go. All right, so first of all, this episode was very good, but it had a lot of interesting plot elements to it that the episode picked up quickly. Now I kind of knew that it would have to be, right? I mean, it's 6 episodes long, so we can assume that it's going to be a fast-paced show, right? Reefer Man, what is up, Wayne? Good to see you. We're over on Twitch as well. This is a Falcon Winter Soldier spoilers discussion. If you want to be a part of it, hop over there as well. But you're welcome to hang out here for the first 30 minutes. Then I'm going to transfer it all over there. But yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. So this episode, it started off very quick. I know it has to be fast paced, but definitely felt like the transition. It seemed like the way that the first episode set it up, that there would be a transition, like a slow transition time. Oh, you can't hear me well. I apologize for that. I don't know. Somebody else was hearing me in that, so I don't know what's wrong with it. Sorry about that. Yeah, Reefer Man's still alive. He's alive. He's alive and well. So this episode was really, really good. I see another person's joined. This is a Falcon Winter Soldier spoiler discussion happening on Twitch. If you want to join there, I encourage you to do it. If not, or if you haven't seen it, then be warned. Spoilers are coming. So this episode basically, it's kind of sped very quickly into them being put together and them being aligned together. I was kind of thinking there was going to be a lot more time between the end of last episode and those two. Oh yes, we can. Let's do that at the end. Actually, let's definitely do that at the end. I expected time. I thought there was going to be the episode, like the last episode ending, then some stuff was going to happen, and then they're going to come together. But they came together like right away, which I liked and disliked. At the end of the day, it made sense, and so I liked it for that. But I was definitely like, wow, that they just like came together right away. I could see the motivation of Bucky being mad about it. So at the end of the day, that makes sense. It seems though like Bucky is like, I know this has been his character arc, but like he just seems very like he's muted mad, if that makes sense. Like he seems like he's mad all the time, but he's like muted, like he doesn't do anything on it. Like he used to be super cool and like epic and he would act violently, which that's not encouraged. You can't encourage that, but at the same time, like that was kind of the way he expressed. I would have thought that he expressed his anger. I would have thought, but he seems very muted in the way that he expresses his anger. But he's always angry. So it's interesting to get a little bit more into that perspective. I really like that they're not completely friends right away. It seems like they'd been, I guess I had assumed that they were allies before, like friends before. But I'm looking back. I mean, it's just probably the fact that it was put in a comedic light that they didn't like each other. They don't like each other. I mean, but at the same time, they say they don't like each other, but they're always together. So it's like one of those things. And I get like maybe it's a victim of circumstance, but it seems to me like Bucky says he hates him, but he's the only person that he can be around. He's his only friend, really. And and Falcon in a way is one of the only people that puts up with him. This episode is focused on Bucky and Sam's relationship. There wasn't that much plot. It created a lot of branch points. Yeah, so that was the first thing that was really interesting. Was that part. How long were they in the Avengers raft for? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Why is the man who was brainwashed for 70 years and then come back only to die, be revived, and have his bestie leave him sad? Why would he be sad? I don't know. By the way, peep the mug. That was a gift from Brienne. I am very happy with it. So they move into the next part of this episode, and they have this discussion about the different types of people. And the thing I noticed is they did leave out super soldiers, but they seem to be kind of in tune that super soldier is what he meant to say in the first episode. Super soldier is what he intended to say in the first episode. It was not mutants. It was not anything else. It was super soldier. I promise you. I promise. I would bet on my life that what he was interrupted to say was super soldier. So we can nip that theory in the bud, I think, is a safe thing to do. They go, and obviously now they're fighting the Flag Smashers. We looked at the Flag Smashers have a lot of support. And we also get, what's up, Landon? Good to see you, man. Also see AJ MCG is also here as well. Welcome. Make a, all right, bet. So yeah, it's very interesting. We have these Flag Smashers, and they are basically we learn they're all super soldiers, right? We learn they're all super soldiers, which raises a huge question of who's supporting them. Based on what we've seen in this episode, I believe it has something to do with I forget what they called him. Anyone remind me what he called him? The broker, the money broker or something like that. This guy's the power broker, right? The power broker. Is he a guy from the comics that I should know about? Can anyone inform me if the power broker is a dude in the comics that I should know about? Okay, he is. Okay, so he's a villain from the comics. The Power Broker is the name of two fictional characters appearing in Marvel Comics. Let's see. Who is he? Curtis Jackson was born in Charlotte, North Carolina, became the professional criminal and an executive of a criminal organization known as the Corporation. A member of the Corporation, Jackson attempts to take control of Machine Man. Interesting. He later battles Captain America, the Falcon, and the Hulk. Let's see. He founds the Power Broker Corporation, and he hires Dr. Carl Malice, a mad scientist who has experimented on various superhuman individuals. So, you know what I think? My prediction on that is, I was actually literally about to say that, Parker. I do think this Power Broker is the... I forget what they titled him. I think the Power Broker is the same guy as the guy in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think it's the same villain, right? The Power Broker is going to be a larger villain. I'm saying it right now, calling it right now. He won't be in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, but he will be a larger villain. I'm calling it right now. Maybe maybe he's what the Thunderbolts go after if they have their movie or something. You're right. Maybe there's like an AIM connection there. It could be a Young Avengers tie-in. I don't know, but it seems like this is gonna be maybe She-Hulk. Honestly, it could be a She-Hulk thing. Walton Goggins cameo confirmed. So they basically confirmed that they're super soldiers. That's what they called them. They did say they're all super soldiers. Well, everybody thought the broker was Osborn before. And it could be, but I'm leaning against being someone else. I'm just leaning against it being someone else. To me, that seems a little bit of a reach. But I do think that this Power Broker is a further reaching thing. I don't know who though. He's going after Pym particles and super soldier serum. So I think that's what's happening. I think this Power Broker stole the super soldier serum, did something, or what? They did something. And the Flag Smashers stole from them or manipulated them, or they were a part of them that branched off. They stole the super soldier serum from the Power Broker. The benefactor, right? I think that was the benefactor. I think they're the same person. I think this is the same person, or at least part of the same organization. Yeah, it could be that he made his own serum. That's also possible. So I'm just trying to think of what it could be, and it seems to me that one of those things is true. So that's kind of my current running theory and thoughts on that. I like that they're all either super soldiers or whatever they are. I like that angle that they're super soldiers because, I mean, you connect this to the Winter Soldier plot, and the whole issue with the Winter Soldier plot was, what do you do if 5 highly skilled super soldiers get released into the world, right? Now, granted, this is a much lower scale threat because those Winter Soldiers could be hidden in plain sight. They could speak all these different languages. They were espionage specialists. So this isn't that to a full scale, but it is 5 super soldiers running around, and that's an issue when they have an agenda that's against what everybody else is doing, right? I also like that the political motivations they have are kind of Robin Hood-esque, or at least from what we've seen so far, they're indicating that it might be Robin Hood-esque, and so that's going to raise another kind of interesting question for both in the show, but also from a moral standpoint outside watching, being like, wait a minute, maybe I do support the Flag Smash. I don't know. I mean, they're doing violent crimes, but aside from that, it's going to be interesting. Scott is government property. the power broker was government. He could have already gotten the particles from Scott. That's true, but like I said, they don't always do everything the same as the comics, so we'll have to see. What is the name of the government agency that is helping people because of the blip? Oh, I forget what it's called. Oh, so that's another thing, Mike, and I was going to get into that in a second. They dropped every name in the freaking book. They dropped every name in the book today. Our rumor pool is going to be popping off because they did everything in this episode, man. They gave us... This is like the opposite of WandaVision, where this show was like, every person you thought was in here, they're all here. Here they are, every character. And they're like, oh, but it's all in one episode. We dropped it at the very beginning. That's crazy to me. That happened. I don't know what else to say. That happened. They dropped in Lamar Hoskins. Lamar Hoskins. Am I forgetting the last name? But Battles. I literally saw him and I was like, oh, they did it. They did the thing. And then we got Isaiah Bradley and Eli Bradley, even though they didn't name drop him, so I can't include it on the rumor pool yet. But Eli Bradley, probably. Definitely, but like probably. Can we look sooner rather than later? I have to go in 20 minutes. I would like to see it. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Let me go through like 5 more minutes of thoughts, and then we can jump into it. Bucky's technically a Wakandan. It doesn't really count if they go to Wakanda, which is what I said. And he also wasn't called the White Wolf. He called himself the White Wolf, so I don't know if that counts or not. We have to discuss. When Bucky caught the shield, does that count? Did he catch the shield? When? I missed that part. But then here's the other thing. The other thing I really thought was crazy was, for one, U.S. Agent was dope. Okay? I'm literally like, this guy, I don't hate him. He's a good guy. He seems like he's got a ton of pressure on his shoulders. A ton of pressure. He's not a bad guy, at least not yet. But there's definitely some like crazy undertones to this story that are going to be interesting to explore down the road. Yeah, up on top of the trucks, those two came in hot with no superpowers and were destroying the super soldiers. He seems like an ambitious, egotistical prick, but not evil, just annoying. Might be a controversial statement to make for sure. That's the thing is like, and I saw somebody else just joined Falcon Winter Soldier spoilers, just so you know. But very interesting. Like it's so strange because it's like I expected to just hate him off the bat. He's not. Maybe I don't even know that he's egotistical. You're right. They kind of alluded to anger, but like not that much. He seemed to be much more calm and collected than they were. Seemed to me like he was just really trying to make friends with Bucky and Falcon, you know? So I don't really know. I'm not really... They both seem dope. I don't really see any problem with these characters. I really like them. And Battlestar, you know, he's got his costume. Looks dope as well. Like, these characters are, like... I know if he changes pace, whatever. But right now, like, yeah, he egotistical but rather entitled. He works for his shield, automatically sees Bucky and Sam belong. But let's not forget. He has 3 Medal of Honors and has like this crazy reputation. Like, they picked the most heavily awarded like soldier in the military for this thing. So, like, yes, Falcon has done a lot in his career. And Bucky has been through a ton. They both were a part of fighting at the Avengers campus. But he never got the opportunity to fight Avengers campus. So he didn't have the opportunity to prove himself there. But he clearly has had a very, 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 very impressive track record. Physically, he's probably physically more capable than Falcon. I mean, Falcon was getting the works put on him. Bucky was getting the works put on him. And U.S. Agent John Walker was putting the work in on them. So, like, he was the only one of the 3 of them that really fought toe-to-toe with those super soldiers. The others got wrecked. So, like, honestly, his record's looking pretty good. And so it's like, I'm not here saying, like, he should be Captain America. No. But do I want to see him on screen fighting more? Yeah, I kind of do. I really kind of do. I think we got to give him a chance until he proves to be bad. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be bad. I think, honestly, he's going to be estranged by the end of this, and he's going to become victim to being a part of the Thunderbolts. I think that's what it's going to come out to. Maybe, let's see. That is setting up for them going bad in the end. Potential. Definitely potential there. I loved how they hid that scene from the trailers of those two coming in and helping them. I love that because that was such a great scene to see all four of them fighting. And kind of getting their works put in on them. I think we're going to see a fight like that mirrored at the end, but maybe them working together as a better, more cohesive team. I actually think they're going to be all friends by the end. That's my prediction right now. Which I know everyone's not really on side with. Reference Force Awakens in this episode. I did not see that, but I don't know if that was a joke. Right now, I have the feeling that he might turn out to be a bad guy. Hope my expectations for he doesn't become a bad guy. But he's a military dude and Avengers dude. So obviously he doesn't want to have the same morals as Steve. Zemo's number is Zell2187 and Finn's is FN2187. Ah, okay. I don't hate him either. Just comes off as rude, but so far, yes, he deserves it. I think he's going to get annoyed that Bucky and Sam and the rest of the remaining Avengers don't accept him. So he gets juiced, ends up making a deal with the devil in accident. I can see that. What's up, Seth? Good to see you, man. We're talking Falcon and the Winter Soldier spoilers over on Twitch as well, but I'm live here too. So if you haven't seen it, don't want spoilers, I would click away. But if you want to hang out, I'd recommend hopping over there if you can. But I'll be here live as well for a little bit. And we're going to get into the rumor pool in just a second. I'm trying to think if I have any other last thoughts. The last one I think was that I really liked Isaiah Bradley. That was so cool with the tin can he threw into the freaking wall. Brandon didn't know who that was, and I was like, oh, it's him. I'm like, they're about to do it. That was crazy. I love that the way they found him is that the Winter Soldier, Bucky, remembers him. He remembers him, and he's like, this dude put the works in on me in the Vietnam War, or Korean War. The Korean War, I think he said. He's like, this dude put the works in on me. Please, can we get a spin-off flashback series to that? I don't think Battlestar's going to die. Where's my gift card? Dude, oh my God. Okay, did you message me? You got to message me as soon as the stream ends. Literally not a second after the stream ends. Just message me and I will just go straight to it right away. I promise you. It is my terrible memory and just a crazy busy schedule. I'm not holding out on you, man. I promise. Okay, so all right, let's go ahead, and I'm trying to think if I have any other thoughts before I jump over the rumor pool, but I don't think I have any off the top. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the rumor pool, which is the predictions that everyone made. We're gonna go ahead and see how those are doing, and then we're gonna go ahead and fill it out together. Go ahead and you guys can kind of see how you're doing on the score. I haven't put out a score tally yet. I'll do that closer to the end of the season, but we're gonna see that, and then we're gonna bring everyone in. So if you want to hop in the waiting room to wait, I see we have Ed Nelson's in the waiting room right now. Anyone else that wants to hop in there, I'll be bringing everybody that wants to come on in about 20 minutes once we get through that. So let's go ahead and pull this up. There we go. Cool. So let's just go through, and we're gonna put out a scoring on this one. Answer key here. Let's go ahead and see. Does it let me check it? Okay, great. So we got Wyatt Wyatt's U.S. agent. We got Batroc the Leaper. Tyler, thanks to the 25 bits, man. Sup, nerds? For sure, man. What's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks to the 25 bits, man. I appreciate it. The Crazy Gray. What is up, man? We're talking Falcon and Winter Soldier over on Twitch. By the way, just good to see you, man. Really good to see you. I'm talking Falcon Winter Soldier spoilers if you want to see them. I don't know. If you want to hop over to Twitch as well or hang out here, both are welcome. Let's see who else we've got here. We got Zemo. Zemo was showing up. Zemo showed up. Bradley won't beat up Bucky. I want to see Bradley beat on Bucky. Bradley won't beat up Bucky. He's a good guy. He will understand Bucky's changed. Yeah, I agree. We got Zemo. That was, we got that one scene, which is really nice to kind of see, and they referenced him by name. That was great. We got Isaiah Bradley. Again, we haven't seen Eli Bradley by name. We've seen him. It's obviously him. But until we get the name, it is not confirmed, so we're going to go with that it's just Isaiah Bradley for right now. Again, Eli Bradley is basically a lock. All right, so we got that one locked in. Who else do we got here? We got, scrolling down a little bit. Hold up. I for sure put in Battlestar. I like 100% put in Battlestar. But I do not see him, which is an oof on my part. Is a very oof on my part. Oh, wait, we saw Patriot. We definitely did, man. We definitely saw Patriot. We saw Patriot. We saw U.S. Agent. We saw, we saw like 10 freaking Captain Americas in this episode. It was crazy. Tyler Kidd, thank you for the 25 bits, man. I really appreciate it again. Dude, thank you so much. I don't know where Jared is, but if he's as close to me as I think he is, he needs to be warned about this tornado. Oof. Well, it's sunny. I think because you're West Philly, he's North Philly. Captain Mania. I know, right? It was like every version of Captain America we could get. I'm really upset I didn't put Battlestar in here, guys. That was my bad. I need to start having you guys review this before I put it in. That's how they get you, man. So it's not in here, unfortunately, but dang. That's another one that I didn't get to add in. Am I missing anyone? We didn't get... I'm not seeing anyone else that would have been in here yet. Let's see. All right, let's go to the next one. Will Aaron Kellyman be the villain Flag Smasher? So, the answer is no, right? I mean, at least for right now, it's looking like the answer is no, because she's part of the organization Flag Smashers. She is not the Flag Smasher. She's part of the organization Flag Smashers. So we're going to go with no. However, if they change that and they name her Flag Smasher, that would totally be, we will change that. But for right now, that's clearly not the case. Her name is Callie. Yes. Callie, something like that. I forget. Again, we haven't seen the Logan patch cameo. We haven't seen the Thunderbolts mentioned. General Ross has not been appeared. So this is interesting. I think actually this is yes. Now that I'm reading the way I word the question, will Bucky be referred to as the White Wolf? I think this is a yes. Even though he referred himself, that still counts, right? I mean, I think that's a yes. She's Caroline, I think, because the comic character is... Oh, it's Carly. Her name is Carly. So, Carly Morgenthau. Carly Morgenthau. Yes. If she needs to be called the Flag Smasher, then no. Yeah, so no, I think no. Carly Morgenthau. Yep. Okay. So, Bucky referred to as the White Wolf. Yeah, this is a yes. So, let me go ahead and do that. Will we see the prison, the raft? This is becoming less and less likely because Zemo was not put in the raft, which I thought he might have been, but it turns out he's not. Chris Evans' old Cap cameo, unfortunately, no. Dude, for a split second, I think we all thought it. For a split second, Bucky was like, oh, I haven't told you. I thought Bucky was going to be like, yeah, let's go see Cap. I really thought that was going to happen. I'm glad it was Isaiah Bradley. I liked that better. But that was just cool. But I definitely, for a moment, I was like, oh, yeah, it's coming. Was Falcon called the Black Falcon in the comics? Was this just a joke? Sounds like an Easter egg. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. They should have called him Captain Falcon. That would have been a great Easter egg. That would have made me happy. So Bucky, I don't think he's technically used the shield right yet. What's in the cup? We got some coffee, man. Much needed coffee. Very needed coffee. I would say the answer is no to will Bucky use the shield. We'll have to wait and see. He caught it. He didn't use it. Falcon punch. Exactly. Will Aim be mentioned? Again, we'll have to see. I'm leaning towards no. I don't think Red Hulk's going to happen. We'll see. No flashback to Isaiah Bradley, but oh my God, I would watch an entire series of his conflict with Bucky. I'd watch an entire series of his conflict with Bucky. In the freaking... Was it the Korean or the Vietnam War? I think he said Korean. Wow. That, oh my gosh. It was definitely Korean, right? Yeah. That, man, I would love to watch that. A flashback, just a flashback would be incredible. We still might get this. I'm leaning towards no, but we still might get this. Will Eli Bradley become the Patriot or get the Super Soldier Serum? I know he doesn't always have it in the comics, but just kind of a question. this is becoming more likely because obviously we've seen Eli now. I don't know, though. Again, haven't seen General Ross. Sharon Carter hasn't shown up yet. The Captain Britain thing doesn't even make sense, but I get it. Again, brainwashing seems unlikely. Will anyone in Hydra return? So this is interesting because did we put this as yes? Because the reason I ask, I think no, because Zemo, but no one's in Hydra anymore. And this question I feel like indicated was, will anyone in Hydra return to present day? Because technically Bucky was Hydra, right? I mean, Bucky was Hydra in the flashback. So does that count? Because to me, this is like, will anyone in Hydra return like current Hydra? But I don't know. So like, is this yes because of Bucky or no because no one's returned as Hydra? Because that's a flashback, right? I don't think that counts. Well, Hydra's never gone away, but we haven't seen anyone from Hydra, or at least indicated to be from Hydra. So I think no for that, for right now. Bucky and Sam will join Sword. These are both end of the series things. I don't know. Require Sam to turn his shield again. We've put the answer in for this already. That's no. Sam steals Steve's old shield or costume. That hasn't happened yet. John Walker was called Captain America. We put yes. There's no head chip planted thing. I don't think that the chip thing is going to happen. This is weird. So he really hasn't teamed up with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't really teamed up with them. He tried to team up, but they haven't teamed up. So I think this is a no. I think this is a no because they haven't really teamed up yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think as of now, this is a no. Sam gets called Captain America. Zemo dies. Sokovia Accords mentioned. None of that's happened. Sokovia Accords wasn't mentioned, right? I don't think I heard it anywhere, but I could be wrong. Which is weird. It's so weird. Maybe I'm wrong. Did they mention Sokovia Accords yet? I'll have to go back and watch it. I don't think so, but I'll have to go back and watch it. No, Sokovia yet. U.S. Agent's cap helmet fits like my Wish helmet. I like how he mentioned that he has like this nice cap helmet. Like he had this kind of like reference to his helmet that protects himself from explosives. Kind of a cool little thing that he just mentioned about his abilities. I'm sure that'll come back to play. Let's see. Will they go to over 4 countries? They've gone to the United States, Tunisia. They've gone to Switzerland, Germany. Have they gone to a 5th country? Have they gone to a 5th country yet? I don't think so, right? So we're at 4, but we're not at 5 yet. So I think right now that answer is still kind of undecided. Brienne, hello. Welcome. We're talking some Falcon Winter Soldier. I'm over on Twitch too, if that's easier, but you can put stuff in here as well. I'll read it. So will the series go to Germany? Answer was yes to that. Obviously, we just saw that this episode. Will it go to England? Haven't seen that yet. Madripoor has not happened yet. Obviously, that's coming. And the word mutant has not happened. So that's it for those. Let's see how everyone's doing right now based on those answers. Seems like everyone's kind of together with the same amount of similar scores. We got about only 65% did Batroc, but everyone got Wyatt, U.S. Agent, Zemo, Bucky, Falcon. Obviously, they're in the trailers. Isaiah Bradley, 9 people got those right. That's some good points made. The Flag Smasher, everyone that voted no was about 55% of you. So that's good. We'll have to see how that turns out. 35% of you voted yes for the White Wolf reference, and you'll get your points there. So that was a kind of that was a score maker right there. That's gonna make a difference there. Then you got, let's see, anyone else that was answered. Ooh, this one's interesting. A lot of people lost points. I mean, we knew this from the last time we went through these, but most people, 14%. That's a lot lost points. Isn't Zemo being held in Austria, or did you say that? I didn't say Austria. Is he held in Austria? They didn't cross the border into Libya, so I don't think that one counts. Then we got a lot of people guessing, he'll be called Captain America. That was good. What else we got? go over to 4 countries. That hasn't been answered yet. But it looks like I'm going towards yes. It's going to be a yes. So 85% of you are going to get that right. And then 71% of you got that the series will go to Germany. And that's where we're at right now. So I'm curious how you guys did or how you guys feel like you're doing right now. Let me know in the chat. And then now it's time, guys. We're going to bring in anyone that wants to come in. Hop over to Discord if you would like to join in our live discussion. Hop over to Discord, join the waiting room. Well, you should see Ed Nelson in there, and then I'm gonna bring you guys in. Everyone that wants to come in, I'm gonna bring you in there. We got Ed Nelson, we got Stormy. I haven't seen Stormy in these in a little bit, so let's go ahead and bring those two in. I'm on. If you're on Instagram, hop over to Twitch. I'm gonna go off of live from here, but we're gonna be still streaming on Twitch. Bring anyone that wants to bring in. So if you want to come over and be a part of the live discussion, either in the chat or on the Discord, go over and hop over there. For now, see you guys. Everybody on Twitch, we're staying here. So, let's go ahead and bring in anyone that wants to come in. We got Stormy. We got Ed Nelson. What is up, guys? Good to see you. And I'm going to bring you on video if you want, but that's totally your call. If you would like not to, that is also okay.
I'm not video ready right now.
That is completely okay.
But I was wrong. No, but Zemo's in Berlin. The Vienna is where the Sokovia Accords were signed. I was wrong.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so I'm curious, guys. Just off the bat, what are your thoughts on this episode?
Take it away, Stormy.
You repeat the question. I missed it.
So, what were your thoughts on this episode?
My thoughts on this episode is that it was good. The episode was great in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah. One and this is not like to bash on the show, but like we only have 6 episodes, and already the 2 first of them are kind of on the slower side to me.
Okay.
So I hope these last 4 will be more actionful, more things happening in it, and yeah, I mean, it was a good episode, but it wasn't like. I thought this show would be like action from the start, and now we have 2 episodes with just a small part of action.
I mean, the first episode had like a 10-minute opening action scene, though. Yeah,
that's right, but I don't know. But the episode was good in my opinion, and some of the things that happened in this episode, like especially the Isaiah Bradley scene.
Yeah.
I really like that, and man, they made Carl Lumbly really look like gnarly in my opinion, man.
Yep.
He looked like a broken man. That's
yes, for sure. That was a crazy scene just to see him like that, and I was very I was impressed with that scene. I was very what did you feel about it? Did you feel like you were just going from like, oh, they name dropped that person, they name dropped that person, and it just felt like the episode was like, oh, this is this is a fan theorist's freaking haven right now. Like, it's like every Captain America is here.
And the fact that like we all know this kid is Elijah, but they still haven't told us yet. Like,
right. There's a reason they showed him first. There's a reason they showed him first, right?
Indeed.
Yeah. I like it. I also like how he's protecting. It's interesting because how is he going to... It's going to be weird to see how he would turn into Patriot because, I mean, his grandfather's broken, and he's like, I don't want you to see my grandfather because he knows what his grandfather's been through. I wonder how he gets from that to deciding... maybe I don't know if you've read it in the comics that you can enlighten me, or if anyone has in the chat, but how does he get from... like, because, I mean, this is a similar plot line. So, like, where, you know, he's being imprisoned and he's being... like, all of this bad stuff from his past. How does his grandson go from seeing that to flipping and now wanting to be a part of that and wanting to be a hero?
Like in the comics, I think Patriot is like but Patriot in the comics, he doesn't have a super soldier serum. He uses like some kind of like steroids or something.
Yeah.
But he told like his fellow Young Avengers that he like that's there. Oh my god, my distraction.
You're fine.
that he told his fellow Young Avengers when the comic started that he had a part of Isaiah's serum in him, that like through like
Children,
you know,
right?
yeah,
Which
through
could be
making
true.
Children, yeah, but like it could, but also like in the comics, then it got explained that he didn't have it and that he was just using these like steroid type of things.
But my question is more like, why would he choose to go live a life of a hero for a like? Because to him, right, his country abandoned him. Right, his country abandoned his grandfather, and he seems bitter and mad about it. Eli does. So why do you think Eli will end up becoming a hero, despite what he saw his grandfather go through? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think Sam will convince him that he can do things for the greater good. I think like
Yeah.
Elijah's probably a kid that like through the stories of his grandfather like despises the country and despises people. But I think when he gets to know more and more stories about like the other way of things that happened, and like I think he will reverse his mind and be like, hey, I want to be a hero too, just like my grandfather. So I
Okay.
don't know. We will have to see, because I think we will see Isaiah and Elijah back in the series, man. I think this
Oh,
wasn't
for sure.
the last time we saw them.
I think Falcon's gonna go back by himself. I think Falcon's gonna go back by himself and talk to him without Bucky, and explain like Bucky and explain like what's going on. What do you think, Mr. Otter?
I agree with everything that you just said.
Well, what are your thoughts on the episode?
Sorry, I got distracted for a second. I just found out that Wyatt Russell actually auditioned to play Captain America. So how about that? Coming full circle? He finally got in there,
And
But,
it's hated now.
my favorite parts of the episode were like the conversations between Sam and Bucky, the serious conversations between Sam and Bucky, where we're getting really to know like why they're making the decisions they're making through the series, like why Bucky feels so upset that Sam didn't take up the mantle, and we're kind of getting at why Sam didn't feel like he was
Right.
worthy of the mantle.
Yeah, and I think part of it's like
those are my favorite parts of the episodes, and then usually those scenes are followed immediately by them being like two like fifth graders, like don't touch me, don't look at me.
yeah,
I
right.
didn't like that part as much, but
No, that's fair. I think it like comes and goes for me. Like I like and dislike it because I think right now they're not as buddy cop as we were made to believe in the trailers. Do you feel like that? Like it made it based on the way that the trailers, because we've seen a lot of the scenes that were in the trailers by this point in terms of their conversations with each other, and it seems like all of those conversations were made to look lighter in the trailers. But as we see them on screen, there's a little bit more actual anger and actual resentment towards each other in those words. But in the trailer, it made them seem like, oh, kind of like a buddy cop, like, you suck kind of thing. But it's like, but they're actually like mad at each other, actually at each other's necks. So it's like, it's interesting to see the way that that it came off as humorous in the trailer, but actually comes off as petty or resentful in the actual episode. Did you guys notice that?
yeah.
What's Tyler say? Okay, I'm back. Got this dog tray. He's able to come out Sunday. Hasn't been taking to his training well, and he can't have him biting the baby. That is very true. Stormy's doing fine. Yes, he is. And then Nick Fury forms the Young Avengers. He has to step up as leader. I know. We need to see him step up again. Wanda kills all the Avengers. I don't think that's happening. And Red Guardian.
Wanda kills them all. We get reboot. Let's go.
Yeah, Tyler, we're talking about episode 2 right now. So this is a spoiler discussion.
Just to go into that, like, I still think that Doctor Strange 2 will be a version of House of M. There will be a version of House of M in there, and I think after Doctor Strange 2, the universe will have changed, and there will be a lot of more. I think Now let's not get into it, man. I'm setting myself up for too high expectations again.
Yeah.
And then Mephisto's gonna show up, and the Living Tribunal's gonna do
Nightmare,
it.
and the Grim Reaper,
And then Adam Warlock's gonna come in
Yeah,
and do this, and then
and Wolverine will come into Falcon and the Winter Soldier as Patch and all those.
That one's not
Now,
happening.
I'm
I
going
hate to tell people.
I'm going to say one thing.
I already see people doing the speculation. Like people are saying, like the bartender from the last episode is gonna be Psylocke.
Oh my god.
There was a bartender in the last
that's-
episode.
Like whoever the girl Bucky went on a date with.
Oh. Oh, okay. Let's see.
Well, actually, nah, man.
No,
Nah.
Stormy, don't you will actually me.
But I will say one thing. Like 2 episodes in, and I'm getting nervous. Omega Red isn't in this show. I'm getting nervous. Man.
He won't be.
But
I've
he
been
will,
telling
man. Come on, he has to
everyone.
be.
He
No, but-
won't be. Why? Why does he have to be?
Madripoor. That's
There's
the only
so
thing
many
I'll say.
people in Madripoor. Why does he have to show up?
Dude, I don't know what happens in Madripoor stays in Madripoor. I don't know.
That's what. See, that's what I'm trying to say though. Like, I think what show? Here's the thing: we're extrapolating like theories on these shows, on what we think are gonna happen. But like, if you look back historically at Marvel, they have never introduced characters that didn't make sense to the story they were telling.
Oh, but Omega Red makes sense, man, with Madripoor. It makes sense.
But he makes sense with the location. But there's a lot of characters that make sense with the location. The big turtle that isn't it a big turtle at one point? They could just make it a big turtle.
What?
Isn't there like one? Okay,
What?
am I wrong in this? Let me look this up.
Big Turtle.
Hold up,
This is Falcon and the Winter Soldier, not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
dude, am I wrong that the Madripoor is a living city?
No, that's Krakoa.
No, I know Krakoa. No, hold up.
Krakoa is the island where.
Oh, no, I know
the X-Men
Krakoa.
Go to.
I read Powers in House of X.
God damn it.
Also, that's gonna have to be
Finally.
it also just needs to be said that at no point is it confirmed that Madripoor will be in the show. It's still just highly speculated.
It could be literally just like
It could just be a city that looks like it. And
yeah.
fans are like, this
I was
is
wrong,
gonna
though.
be the
Yeah, I
theme
was wrong.
because I need everything to be an Easter egg. I need my comic reading to be rewarded.
That's the thing is like you're right though. Madripoor hasn't been confirmed. That would be crazy actually if it wasn't and it was just like Singapore. Or
Madripoor, Singapore, isn't it kind of the same?
I mean it's definitely
Oh,
modeled off of it.
one's
real. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like, yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna be very important.
The Madripoor story came from Charles Murphy, so
Charles Murphy has been wrong before.
he hasn't. Yes, I know that, but like, yes, he has got a lot of true things in the past too.
Yeah, I mean I don't see why
don't
not
know.
to add Madripoor, but also at the same point like it comes back to what happened with WandaVision. What is relevant to the story they're telling, and they only have a limited number of episodes. And so, like, what's relevant to the story that they're telling? And so, to me, they just introduced, like, I mean, they're going to reintroduce Zemo as a character that's going to be relevant. They brought in Battlestar and U.S. Agent. They brought in Eli and Isaiah Bradley. They're gonna have Sharon kind of come into a new light, and they're gonna they've already introduced and they have Falcon's like sidekick now that could become the next Falcon. Like they've introduced a ton of already relevant characters. I don't really know.
Torres, man. Yeah, I know that. And when I was watching, I didn't expect that, and when I heard that name, I was like, oh.
Right. But that's my thing is like they don't have to. I don't think they need to do a. I think Madripoor's fine, and maybe they can do a cameo, but I don't think they need to do, like anyone like Patch. They don't need to do a Wolverine reference.
Oh no, the Pat story
or,
is total bullcrap. No. That's
why am I blanking on who you're saying? You were talking about Omega Red. They don't have to do Omega Red because it's not really relevant to the story necessarily of what they're telling. And I have a feeling
hasn't Omega Red something to do with the Power Broker? Or am I mistaken?
Maybe. I'm not sure. And it's possible that he has his own super soldiers or people too, right? And so like that could be definitely a case where the Power Broker has some super soldiers or something like that. That definitely could be the case. Can't wait for Adam. What is up, man? Can't wait for nothing to happen in this show until the last episode. That's great. Have you not liked it, Adam? I actually really like the last 2 episodes.
We gotta get to the last episode, and then we can have the sky beam and the CGI fight.
Yes.
And really put a Marvel bow on this.
Will they have Sharon come in? Sharon's gonna show up for sure.
She's been in the Hall of Marketing, so
yeah,
I should hope so.
That's definitely what's gonna
cut
happen.
all her scenes.
Yeah, I think I do think that the show. By the way, if anyone else wants to join, anyone that wants to come into the Discord can join right now. This isn't limited. This isn't the Stormy Ed Nelson talk show necessarily. I mean, I'm definitely down for it to be that. But if you guys want to come in and bring your opinions, Adam, if you want to come on and share what you think about it and why what you don't like about it, I'm okay to just hop on into the waiting room and I'll pull you in. No, not really. The pacing has been too slow. These 2 episodes have been 1 episode. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I feel like they had a lot to cover, but you're right. The pacing has been a little slow. I haven't really had I haven't had problem with it though. Like I felt like they've been just taking their time and telling the story. So I think it's been good. Ed Nelson is the otter. Yes. Big blue sky beam. Big
oh my God,
bad CGI army.
Notice.
You didn't know that? Oh my God.
I heard his voice. I thought like, oh, that sounds familiar, but
I'm a new person.
I don't know, man. I'm a stupid European, so.
Oh my God! So many people have seen Ed Nelson in the Discord and probably thought Mr. Otter just left. Oh, that's hilarious. He's also Movies by the Palms, so and Entertainments by the Palms. He's a man of many names, and they're all confusing. Fan reaction. That's because you're a Marvel shill. Yep. No. Yeah, I honestly am like super like. I like the pacing, but based on the pacing, just looking at the pacing of the episodes, to Adam's point, there's only a certain amount that they can do in any given episode, and just adding like extra episode like characters and filling out these crazy theories, to me, based on the pacing we've seen for these episodes, it's unlikely that we're gonna get anything crazy in terms of like extra cameos that are like groundbreaking. But I do think that the Power Broker, I mean, they mention him, he's clearly scary to these to the Flag Smashers, so he's clearly like a scary, intimidating dude. So, or like clearly this person is like, and this group is nothing to be trifled with. So I mean, it scared more of them than the governments of the world. So I don't know what that means for the story, but I definitely think that's going to be a player in a bigger, grander scheme. What do you guys think? Or do you have any theories or current things that you're expecting to see out of the next few episodes?
I don't know, man. I'm just going to shut my mouth because like
all the fan theories are all coming.
All the
Everybody's
fan theories are wrong.
Mephisto's coming. Everyone.
And it's all right to have those theories.
No,
I just
I
go
don't
in with
know.
no expectations. Let me bring Tyler in really quick too and get his thoughts as well.
I'll say one thing. I think
so loud.
What were you saying, Stormy?
I'll say one thing. I think probably the biggest thing that will happen is like Isaiah and Elijah coming back to Bucky, and they will probably sort things out. I think that's the biggest thing that I can say right now. And like probably, I mean, Zemo is going to.
Yeah.
There's going to happen something with Zemo. I still don't know, man.
It's getting so hard to predict what's happening in these shows because like I think we're so used to like the past year and a half where like we haven't had content, so our theories are kind of right in our head canon. But now it's like we've gotten to the actual shows and we're like, I have no no clue what's gonna happen. What's up, Tyler?
That's right.
What's that?
I said, what's up?
Oh, not much, man. I put the fake tooth in so I can look good for you guys.
Did you get to watch the episode?
I have not yet.
Well, what did you?
The baby
What
is
are you doing
yelling,
here?
crying next to me as we speak.
So it may be hard for you to have a take on what is going on
So
right
you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna bounce out of here, try to get this baby to go down for a nap, and then if you're still on in 45 minutes, maybe then I'll jump back in.
All right, man. Take care, man. See ya.
Talk to you later, guys.
See ya. Adam says, please explain this to me. Cap isn't dead. Why are they crying about it like he is? They can literally go talk to him. He's just sitting in a rocking chair somewhere. Is he, though?
Over Captain
That's the
America.
problem, is we don't know what he did afterward, which is, I agree with you, kind of irks me that they don't just bring it up. It seems like it's intentionally a well-kept secret, so I don't know what that means. It does irk me a little bit. I don't know. I would love to get a clear answer. I'm honestly a little frustrated about that. I get you, man.
Just let the poor man die. He's so old at this point.
They could have said that. That's the thing. They could have been a funeral. Why wasn't that a funeral scene? That should have been a funeral scene, in my opinion. I think they want to bring him back, and they don't want to know, and they don't want to decide how yet, and so they're just old man capping him for now. But like, that's like, you realize they could de-age Captain America and he could keep fighting, right? Like they could use the time vortex that they did and do what they did to Ant-Man, and they could just.
For a second, I thought you meant like do the Marvel CGI de-age him, so just Chris.
Yeah, no, they could literally put him in the freaking time vortex, but do the mess up thing they did to de-age him.
Yeah.
They should have put a scroll as young Cap. That'd be cool.
But do we really need Steve Rogers to come back?
No,
for
we
this?
don't.
I
But
mean,
I feel like we do
No.
need an answer to what happened to him, right? I mean, like.
I mean, the story is done, man. Just let the man rest.
No, I
That's what
agree.
I'll say.
I agree, but like, where did he go? Like, why is he like just like to
Like,
to
they haven't given us a solid answer because they want us to speculate about something.
But I
There's
don't-
something to it.
That's the thing is like, but we know he's not coming back. So like, what is there to speculate on? You know what I'm saying? Like, and even if he did come back, like, it's old man Cap. So kind of who cares in my what is there, like, what is the value in keeping what he did secret? I mean, I do think that the first episode was probably hinting that he went to the sword base, but I'm not sure. I'm not worried about whether he comes back or not. It's only a couple months since the end of Endgame, so I know Steve won't be in the public eye, but don't tell me if he's alive, they don't have the ability to go see their best friend. Exactly. That's kind of the point I'm at. Unless he's on the sword base with Nick Fury. That's why I think he's on the sword base with Nick Fury, because then they can't go see him, right? That, or maybe he went to some alien planet and is just retired there. Like, like, I can't be seen on Earth because I'm Captain America. They need to think I died or left.
Just why can't he be dead?
They could have done a funeral scene.
Like-
I would have liked to seen a funeral scene instead of the ceremony at the Smithsonian.
Honestly, that's I think the best path for that character going forward. I don't need to see old man Steve Rogers, the sword director, or
I'm not saying
Steve
that. I think he
Rogers
just
on,
retired
like,
there.
Just let the poor man die.
I mean, I'll say one thing. There was a point in the comics where he came back as an old man, but like he was like not as old as they made him in the MCU, and I think that would have been the better way to go to, because he was like, age-wise, he was like in his late 60s when they brought him back as an old man. I think that would have been better, because then you actually could have done more things with him. Now he's like 120 years old or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, it's just so strange that like I said he could be dead, but I'm 100 okay, and I'm 100% okay with that. Without the knowledge is making sense. That's the thing. Is like I think Mike said I think the show has substance if it was all action, no dialogue and character development. You want just all action? Is that what you're saying? We'll find out about Cap down the line. It'll be an MCU long. I think that's what it is. I think
it's gonna be that long and play. I think we'll find out in this show.
Really.
Yeah, it seems like the appropriate place.
Adam brings up a great question. Adam says, hot take, so far WandaVision is better. So let's parse this out. We are a third of the way done Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Compare this to the first 3 episodes of WandaVision. Which has the better first third? The first 3 episodes of WandaVision or the first 2 episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
2 episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, in my opinion. Man, looking back on it, those first 2 episodes of WandaVision really weren't that good, in my opinion.
Really?
No, at that point I thought they were good because like I thought like Mephisto, I know, but like looking back on it, like I mean those were just like sitcom episodes, and like I said on multiple times, like over here in Europe, sitcoms aren't that big of a thing. So I was
Right.
looking at those episodes. I mean, yeah, I know Americans will like this, but I'm here like, okay, I'm watching a sitcom with Wanda and Vision. Yay! But
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, those episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier are better in my opinion. But I respect everyone who thinks WandaVision is better. First two
He
episodes.
said, "You uncultured swine."
Man, now here's one thing that I'm going to say. Adam is a little bit partnered up with Den of Nerds. He's the first one of that crew who speaks a good thing on WandaVision. So thanks, man. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Adam.
What's your thought on that, Jared? Which is better? Do you prefer the first 3 episodes of WandaVision or the first 2 episodes of Falcon the Winter Soldier? Hello? You're muted. Are you aware that you're muted, or did you leave? We might have lost him. You have no idea behind the scenes of that. That's great. All right. Well, Ed's dead, so I don't know what happened to him. So my thoughts on that. If you could hear me and you're just
Sorry, I'm back now.
what are your thoughts? Which is better? First third of which one?
See, it's weird because WandaVision, they're 2 different shows, and WandaVision is a mystery show, and so like the first time going through it when you don't know the answer to the mysteries, it's really exciting. So like based on like maybe first time viewing, maybe WandaVision I'd say, but like in terms of like rewatchability, now that like you know the answers to WandaVision, I think like I'll look back on like the first third of Falcon and Winter Soldier with more like I would come back to this rewatch more often.
I think I'm there with you. I think I'll rewatch Falcon and the Winter Soldier first episodes more, but I think WandaVision is better right now. First impressions. But you're right. The mystery is a big aspect of that. The trope is a big aspect of that as well, which again, the trope did it for me, but Stormy, who didn't really grow up with sitcoms, it makes sense that it wouldn't really stick as much for him. No, I'm saying it has enough.
Pick between Mike, everything has to be an absolute. We must have rankings for everything.
Everything. Mike,
Everything.
No, I'm saying it has enough action, the right amount of dialogue and character development. If it was all acting to be very thin, this is rich. I agree.
Yeah.
I think that. I think I agree with that. And yeah, we don't have to pick in between. It's just interesting to reflect on it and kind of see where we're at.
You have to pick in between. You must.
But I'm thoroughly impressed. I mean, the first episode really did it. This episode was good. I actually watched the first episode on my laptop, and I think I got a better enjoyment from the first episode than this one. I will agree with Stormy. This episode was a lot more action, more like reserved in its action sequences. But that's
the thing. But I mean, I know I was like, that wasn't like really that I think it is bad, because that's the thing that people will need to know to get to understand, that these shows will be more character development based, and they won't be as action filled as those movies, and I think that's a good thing.
Yep.
So, but I was just like, I mean, like 5 or like 7 minutes more of action would be good for me, but like if it's like this the entire series, I'm cool with that also.
And what's interesting,
I like the dialogue.
Yeah, and what's interesting about that is that we kind of haven't seen what the New World MCU movies are like, because I mean, we're getting all these TV shows, but we don't know, like we kind of have an understanding of what how the movies work, and how they set up new movies, how they set up new storylines and introduce new characters. But now we're getting an interesting these TV series, and they're going to follow a different formula. But because there are both now, the question is, are the movies going to be the same? Are the movies also going to follow the old formula in the way in which they build new stories out of them, introduce new characters, or is that going to be centralized around the stories on the Disney Plus series? And it's going to be interesting. Like, I'm wondering how their formula has changed. right now we're seeing one half of it in the TV series. I'm wondering now that the series exists, how the movies have changed in structure, or if they have, you know. Parker said WandaVision feels.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. What's up?
I'm going to let you guys talk. I need to go and get out of here.
Oh, good, man.
Great talk, guys.
Yep. Take care, Stormy. Thanks for coming in.
Bye.
So, I'm interested. Parker says WandaVision feels low budget at some points. I will not disagree with that. There are some spots.
That was probably almost also intentional for like the sitcom parts.
That's what I wonder. Like, is the CGI? Is it is it like just the sitcom style CGI?
In the first, like couple episodes, yeah. It's probably like intentional.
I more felt the CGI in like the final episode.
Towards the end, also the ad too.
So, but you're right. But they are in a hex during that, and when they actually start fighting up in the sky, that looks amazing. And so I don't know, but you can tell Falcon Winter Soldier, the CGI for that is really, really good. Because of the MCU in July, I will be living at my local theater till 2023. Downtime during the movies is going to be Disney Plus time. Yeah, you right. Mike, I'm going to be there with you, man. We're still watching Black Widow together. Just the way Sword was portrayed for me. Oh, that's fair. Oh, you're talking more like content. But that is really, writing doesn't equate to budget either. I don't think that's the same thing, though. Everything else was fine. So, if anyone else wants to hop in, you feel free to. But do you have any other thoughts?
Mr. Otter show here.
It's about to be. What are your thoughts on the rest of the episode? Do you have any other things to kind of pick out? And then I have another question for you after that.
I don't remember because I've only watched the first episode once. At the end of the first episode, did it set up that Bucky and Sam were gonna meet?
Not really. Not really, no.
That felt weird to me at the beginning of this episode where Bucky just shows up like, hey, I'm here, and then like they're gonna go on a mission.
So the way I felt that the way it was rationalized to me was Bucky was mad about the shield and tracked Falcon down, Sam. And Sam was at the same time just so happened to be going on his mission to deal with the Flag Smashers. And Bucky's like, we're not done with this. I'm going with you. That's kind of how it was established to me. It did feel a little bit odd.
It just felt like a weird pacing thing.
It did. That was something I thought was weird because I thought it was going to take longer for them to come together. Yeah. I thought they were going to be doing their own thing for a little bit of time. I'm fine with it, but that is a nitpicky thing.
A little longer to like just show like the cracks in John Walker's. Like at the end when he's like, just stay out of my way. Like I thought like that moment would come like next episode.
Yeah, but like I don't even feel like that was heavy-handed though. Like it didn't seem like it seemed like him just
seemed like they're like moving faster than I expected with that.
Yeah, it's just like
this isn't a bad thing. Just like I'll just go.
I'm just thinking about his character though, and it's like he said, like he's been trying to work with them from the get, and they've continually just been very mean to him. So to me, it's like it was less of I'm showing the cracks in my anger as much as it's him being like, you guys are going to keep doing this. If you're not going to work with me, then just get out of. Don't be in the way with it. Like that's kind of what I was getting from it, rather than him being like showing cracks in his character. Like to me, that seems like that's like just him being like, dude, you guys are going to be like jerks. Then stay out of my way. You know?
Yes, I get that. Yeah.
And so, like, I still kind of see him as a good guy right now. He definitely could turn out to be like not great guy. But right now, I don't think they've given us as writers any reason to really doubt the character. Other than they just obviously put him at odds with that fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. Do you have any other thoughts on the show off the top?
No, not really. I like it.
Adam said one thing I noticed when he used the gun. I think was a moment. What is he saying? I'll let him finish. What were you saying?
No, I just said like I don't really have anything else to say. I like it. Good show.
Oh, Adam is saying I think that was a moment, like a crack in his character when he's using a gun. You didn't think they gave anything to say he was bad? Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, Captain America used an assault rifle. Captain America used an assault rifle in Avengers, so it's like I don't know that. I mean, yes and no. Like you could talk, but he is a soldier. Yeah, I mean that's like his thing.
I don't think that's like he's. Yeah, I don't think that's like the sign.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm right now. I think he's not a bad. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he could turn into one. I think it's going to be because of the way they treat him, though, more than anything.
Once again, our protagonist will be the actual villains of the show. Right.
I actually could see what could happen is the world accepts Sam as the new Captain America and rejects John Walker, and that's what causes him to go like anti-hero or villain or whatever, or join the Thunderbolts or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Where they kind of like retcon it and they're like, yeah, we accept Falcon. I don't know that that'll happen. I still kind of am. I'm thinking
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, there's also a part of me that thinks at the end of this, like he's gonna choose not to be Captain America. I don't know though. We'll have to see. There's so much that could happen. I have one last thought, and then unless anyone else wants to come in, we might just call it here. But what are
people have been clamoring? They want you to react to that Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
We gotta do that.